It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From the campus of Mercer County Community College, the road to a state softball championship starts today. It is first round matchup of CVC foes as the 16-seed Hopewell Valley Bulldogs take on the #1 overall seed Steinert Spartans. A pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to high school softball here on the WBCB Sports Network. I'm Nick Gallagher alongside Darnell Turner behind the camera, Ethan Maldonado, our video engineer. As we are underway, as Katie Simonka's first pitch is in there for a ball, and we're 1-0. We'll get to the sponsors that made today's live stream possible after this half inning. Megan Curran, leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs. She steps in playing shortstop today. We'll go through the Bulldogs lineup as Curran fouls this pitch away. As Simonka gets ahead to 1-2. Bulldogs 4-13 here in 2025. The 16 seed playing the #1 overall seed, Central Jersey Group 3 softball. Simonka's pitch is upstairs to Curran. And a lot to talk about with this Steinert softball team. Winning Group 3 in 2024 against Allentown 5-2. Defeating Morris Knoll in the state softball championship 8-1. They have 4 state titles in 8 seasons. And Darnell, in any sport, when you're winning that much, you almost consider to start using the dynasty term.
Yeah, I was going to say it pretty much been a dynasty as we get a ground ball hit here.
And throw down from short from Mia Pope. Over is out for #1 as Curran is retired for the first out of today's ball game.
Obviously, they've had a ton of success over a short and long period of time, so we'll see if they can do it again. They've had an amazing season and off to a good start.
Steinert 16-4, just finished up their regular season with a loss to St. John Vianney on Saturday in a 5-1 defeat. Simonka, another complete game from her, surrendered 10 hits, 5 runs, 2 of those earned, only 4 strikeouts. Simonka in there gets a called strike in there. As Jasmine Johan is the batter for the Bulldogs here. She'll be doing the catching this afternoon. Simonka's pitch is upstairs for a ball. Simonka, very dominant of recently, 47 strikeouts in her last 4 appearances, has gone the distance in each one of those games. As Johan fouls that one back out of play.
It's nice when you have such a reliable pitcher like that. It's one of the main reasons they've had such a successful season.
Simonka's 2-2 delivery is downstairs as Johan lays off. Bulldogs struggled this season, won on opening day against Nottingham 9-7, then won on losing 8 of 9 games. Their only other win after opening day was at Voorhees 5-4 as Johan works the walk, is on board. First base runner for the Bulldogs this afternoon. And during that stretch, Bulldogs lost 8 of 9. They gave up 81 runs in those 8 losses and are currently on a streak of losing 4 of 5, giving up 46 runs. And if you're the Spartans today, they're going to come active and early on when they come to the plate. Grace Senior, the batter, she's at third base today with a runner on, swing and a miss. Johan gets her leap and goes back safely, sliding to first. Bulldogs struggled throughout the 2025 campaign. 70 runs total scored. Came to about 4 runs per game. And they're allowing about 9 runs per game. As a tall task for them here as the 16 seed looking to play spoiler on the Steinert softball team, the favorite out of Central Jersey Group 3. Simonka's pitch is chopped right back to the mound. She'll go back behind her for 1. Pope juggles it. And they will say in time, though, for the putout. So a fielder's choice as senior gets to first with 2 outs here.
Had a chance to make a double play there, just unable to reel that one in cleanly, but luckily still got the out.
That'll bring up Elizabeth Zeline. She's at first base today.
Talked about this being a tall tax for Hopewell Valley today. One of the ways they can try to stay in this game is taking advantage when you got runners on base.
And that indeed, Darnell. Katie Simonka has got into some trouble recently. I just mentioned the loss against St. John Vienna, but they're a powerhouse, St. John Vienna. They always are. But Simonka can be wild at times and erratic and can surrender some walks, and that's going to be the key for the Bulldogs today, to be patient. As a big swing and a miss there by Zeline. Evens things up at 2-2. Yeah, Simonka tries to work out of this first inning. Pitch downstairs.
Yeah, maybe on paper they're not supposed to win this game, and maybe you go into this game thinking that, but you just give it a chance. Like I said, games aren't won on paper. You got to get on that field, and you never know. Someone can have a bad night, mistake here or there. It could be an entire different game.
And Simonka gets out of the first inning, gets Zeline swinging for her first strikeout of the afternoon. We will go to the bottom of the first. We'll take a look at the Spartan lineup. But first, today's game has been brought to you by Team Toyota, Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, Trenton Thunder, The Trentonian, Italian People's Bakery, Haldeman Ford, Bob's Hopes Auto Repair, and Mako of Viewing. We thank the sponsors for making today's game possible. As we bring it from a change of location, Mercer County Community College, we thank them for hosting us today, getting the game in, as Steinert's Field, due to the weather, was still not in the best of shape, and we got to put player safety first, especially this time of year here in sectional playoffs. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community. Saul Funeral Homes, fourth generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it most. Their caring, dedicated, and compassionate staff is always ready to go above and beyond to bring you the closure you deserve while celebrating the unique life of your loved one. Visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor today's game and hopes you enjoy it. Let's take a look at the Steinert softball lineup. Not too much change for head coach Jen Melker today. Pretty standard lineup for the Spartans. Leading off for them playing shortstop is Mia Pope. Pope leading in at-bats, runs scored, hits, RBIs, doubles, and average of .478. She'll be followed by Ellie Miller out in center field. Hitting third at second base, Bianca Walsh. Doing the catching and cleanup today is Addison Hassan. Hitting fifth at third base is Aaliyah O'Neill. Hitting sixth at first base, Francesca Cassiano. And hitting sixth, Danica Spack out in right field. Hitting seventh, Gia DeMeglio. And Lindsay Swiziak is the designated player for Katie Simonka today. As Pope digs in, she'll bunt it right off back to the mound and juggled down there at first base. As Pope is aboard with a leadoff bunt single, as Zeline couldn't come up with it down at first. As Bulldogs on the hill for them, in the circle today will be Luisa Saidon. As Pope is off and running, sliding in safely as she steals second just like that.
And already she's been able to show off her speed, getting on first base with the bunt, and then immediately stealing and getting a second.
It's Mia Pope's 11th stolen base here on the season. She's always active and a threat to run. Ellie Miller, the batter here. As the stats on Luisa Saindon this year, 65 innings pitched, 113 innings surrendered, 102 runs allowed, 72 strikeouts, 34 walks. As Miller fouls that one down first base side. Saindon, a 5.92 ERA. So she will be trying to neutralize this Spartan lineup. It was no easy task. Spartans batting .362 as a team as Miller puts it into center field. It is grabbed out there in center as Pope will stay at second. Anaya Marola out there in center for the grab. First out of the inning as Miller is retired. That brings up Bianca Walsh now. Walsh on the year leading the Spartans in RBIs with 22, a .434 average, 23 hits on the year, 12 runs scored, 15 singles, 7 doubles. As an early RBI chance here for Bianca Walsh to give the Spartans the lead. Saindon's windup and pitch is fouled down third base side, out of play. As Pope is off and running on the pass ball. As that gets past Johan. So that much easier for Bianca Walsh here. As Mia Pope down at third base with one away, 2-1 to count. Saindon's windup and pitch is outside for ball 3. We talked about Darnell. I talked about in the top of the first, Simonka can walk hitters, and that's really her kryptonite, really. But you don't want to walk any of these Steinert Spartans hitters and give them the free pass today. As Walsh chopper down to shortstop and does not come up with it as Eline drops the catch, and Pope comes around the score, and it's an RBI single for Bianca Walsh as she gives the Spartans an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, good job by Walsh just making contact there and running it out. That's how you get RBIs, but if you're Hopewell, these are little mistakes that you can't have, especially when you're coming in as the underdog.
That'll bring up Addison Hassan in the cleanup spot today. 60 at-bats for Hassan coming in the year. 26 hits, 16 RBIs, 18 singles, a .433 average, and a pair of home runs to her name this year. A turf field here from Mercer County Community College. Is glad we were able to get this game in today here on the network. A busy day around Mercer County for softball and baseball. We also have Heightstown and Montgomery that is on the baseball field in Group 2 action down the road here from us. We also have Spartan baseball playing Brick Memorial right here on the network. So you can go back and forth between both Spartan teams as baseball team as Hassan puts a charge in that one, but playable out there in left field and under it to make the out in left field for a second out. That'll bring up Aaliyah O'Neill now with 2 away. O'Neill checks her swing, said she held up on that. O'Neill 12 RBIs, 24 singles, leading the Spartans in singles, batting .403, 25 hits, 62 plate appearances.
Been very consistent this season.
And you just look up and down this Spartan lineup. That's just how they've gotten to this spot, 16-4 on the year, undefeated in CVC play. But no, too, we see a lot of cross-county matchups in these first round. But how important is it when you see a division within, or excuse me, a team within your own conference here, especially early in the first round matchup?
Yeah, it's got some comfort to it. Teams that you've played before, you have an understanding, and it just makes it all easier. You know, it freshens you up for the later rounds to come.
3-1 to Aaliyah O'Neill. St. Doan's windup is fouled back behind the Steinert dugout. Evens things up, as count goes full. 3-2-2 with 2 away here. As O'Neill fouls another one back. One run across for the Spartans already here in the bottom of the first. Aaliyah O'Neill 3-2. Louisa St. Doan, the 3-2 windup, is again fouled back. And we actually got to be careful, guys. It's a high fence there. But
I've been thinking.
You know, I just started looking up.
I just saw Final Destination a couple weeks ago. I don't need nothing crazy going down.
As O'Neill chopper down third base line, foul.
This is a battle here.
It is. O'Neill making St. Doan work here. We'll do it again, 3-2. And O'Neill staying alive, keeping another pitch fouled back.
Is that 3 in a row now?
Yes, it is. Maybe even 4. St. Doan getting the sign again. She circles through. The 3-2 is smacked into center field, but playable out there in center, and that will retire the side. The Spartans score 1 here in the bottom of the first. We played 1 through Mercer County Community College. Spartans on top, 1-0 here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Top of the second here. Thank you for joining us today. It turned out to be a beautiful afternoon, which was cloudy at first, for a first-round matchup between Central Jersey Group 3 as the 16-seed Hopewell Valley Bulldogs and the number 1 overall seed Steinert Spartans as they look to defend their title from last season. And it'll be the first-time battle of the pitchers today as Louisa St. Doan steps into the batter's box. St. Doan, 40 plate appearances this year, 6 hits to her name, 1 RBI, 5 singles, batting a .150 for her average. She is a leadoff base runner here in the top of the second. A patient at bat from her. As the Bulldogs coming off a loss against Somerville on Monday the 19th, so they have been off for quite some time. St. Doan pitched that one for them in 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, and 5 strikeouts. As she'll get courtesy run 4 down at first. How to bring up Anaya Morola. Morola 50 at-bats this year, 13 hits, 7 RBIs. She is third on the team in hits this year.
They could use a big game from her today.
She shows bunt, misses. Hassan looks to throw down first, but she'll hold off on that. Big swing and a miss there by Morola. As Samanka got her swinging, her second strikeout of the afternoon. As that'll bring up Morgan Hale, the designated player today. And with 1 on and 1 out, Hale a chance to cause some havoc on the base pass. Big swing and a miss as Samanka got her swinging. Hale 35 plate appearances, 9 hits on the year, 3 RBIs. Throw down by Hassan and in there safely. As Hale batting .257 on the year. Big cut there by Hale, and she is down on strike. So back-to-back strikeouts in the top of the second for Katie Samanka. That's 3 now on the afternoon.
Yeah, she's starting to get into a little rhythm since giving up the walk.
How to bring up Eva Jambanko, as her and her sister Lindsay are back-to-back in this order, 8 and 9. And gets her swinging there. Low pitch. One delivery is downstairs. Hassan tried to frame it there. Steinert has won all 5 of these matchups going back to 2021, outscoring the Bulldogs 62-6. Their last matchup was April 2024, where Steinert put up a 15 spot. They did it again also in 2023 of April, as Jambanko is retired on strikes. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Katie Samanka. With 1 runner left stranded, we've played 1.5 here from Mercer County Community College, Central Jersey Group 3 action here on the network. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season on Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com, or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesdays kids eat free, Wednesdays dollar dog nights, Thirsty Thursdays, and pork roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, big league futures, and major league fun. The over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go. Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai Kona, Palisade, Tucson, Santa Fe, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has the selection or the special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars. If you were ever thinking of a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle, now is the time to buy it. Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Remember, they have over 1,400 tariff-free cars waiting for you to test drive right now. As we go to the bottom of the second, as Castellano puts a drive into that one into center field, but right there, playable out there in center is Anaya Morola, who is in spot at the right time. As Castellano's retired just on 1 pitch to start us off here in the second. So Sedona's gotten the last two Steinert batters on flyouts to center field. That'll bring up Danica Spack. Spack 289 average on the year, 13 singles, 13 hits. And a soft liner right to the second base as Eva Jambanco is right there for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Gia DeMeglio.
Yeah, 2 quick outs for the Spartans so far earlier here.
And that's what you need if you're Hopewell Valley.
Yeah.
Limit the damage to the Spartans each half inning. DeMeglio batting .306 on the year. And 36 plate appearances entering today. 11 hits, 7 RBIs to her name. DeMeglio, one of the few seniors on this Spartan lineup. So she's been around for all the domination the Spartans have run through the last couple seasons in Central Jersey Group 3 action. Been part of the state championship teams as well.
Always need some veteran experience on a championship run, no matter what level you're in.
And it's funny you bring that up too, Darnell. This is such a young Steinert team. It's crazy how much they have won recently. They've had a lot of senior leadership the last 2 years. A generally young team, but they know how to win, and they're doing it at a young age, which is great in helping them become better, experienced players. As DeMeglio will get a walk here after the first 2 Steinert players retired quickly. That'll bring up the lone freshman in this starting lineup for the Spartans, Lindsay Zeiswak. 32 plate appearances for her, 19 runs, 10 hits, .312 average. As DeMeglio is off and running, sliding in head first safely as she steals second with no issues.
Now you got a runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Get some solid contact here, base hit. Got another run on.
And Zeiswak tries to slap it foul out of play. Gets things to 1-2. As Luisa Saindon trying to work quickly here in the bottom of the second. One-two pitch is downstairs. DeMeglio is off and running for third and just gets in there safely. A late throw by Johan behind the plate. Just saw DeMeglio heading last minute. It was a close play.
Yeah, she took off.
And Saindon's pitch is low, out of the zone, 3-2 now.
Go from 2 quick outs to runner at third.
Steinert staying aggressive on the base path. Mia Pope, a couple stolen bases earlier. As Zeiswak will take the walk, so back-to-back walks now. We'll put runners on the corners for the Spartans. As they'll go back to the top of the lineup, and Mia Pope. Pope with a bunt single to start us off today. Pope 29 RBIs as Zeiswak is off and running. No throw with 2 outs. As Pope looks for her 30th RBI on the year. The 1-0 is slap foul. Spartans this year, 139 RBIs as a team, .487 slugging percentage. The 1-1 pitch to Pope is called for a ball.
Doing a real good job of taking advantage of runners in scoring position this season.
And patient that time from Mia Pope gets it to 3-1. As Luisa Sedone is in trouble of loading the bases here. This is a runner you don't want to give a free pass to. 3-1 is slap foul. That would have been trouble down the left field line.
Yeah, that certainly would have scored both.
Count is full at 3-2 as Sedone tries to work out of a bottom of the second jam. The 3-2 windup, the delivery is out of the zone for ball 4. So back-to-back-to-back walks here. Surrendered by Luisa Sedone to load the bases. That'll bring up Ellie Miller. And the Bulldogs infield will come in and make sure they are all on the same page.
When you get this team with 2 outs, you got to try the best to put them away.
You cannot give them any free pass. They will take advantage of it. Spartans bowing out early in the semifinal to Heightstown in the CVC tournament. And then they lost to St. John Vienna. So you could tell this team just doesn't surrender losses. Pass ball and the runners will score. DeMeglio comes around down from third. It's 2-0 Spartans. All runners move up. So it's second and third and a 2-0 Spartan lead.
Very unfortunate that ball got passed. And with her speed, weren't going to get there in time.
Miller still a chance with 2 runners on. And Johan, good framing there behind the plate. The 1-2 pitch is swung on into center field deep, playable right there, and a nice backhand catch out there in center field by Anaya Morola to end the Spartan threat here in the second. It's 2-0 Spartans. They lead it after 2. We've played 2 from Mercer County Community College. Top of the third and more action here on the WBCB Sports Network coming up next.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
It'll be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters here for the Bulldogs in the top of the third. As Lindsay Jambonko steps in. As her and her sister Eva are back-to-back in the Bulldogs lineup. Always great to see siblings, whether it's any high school level, playing together on the same team, especially being in the starting lineup. As Jambonko takes Simonka's pitch low for ball 1. 33 at-bats for Jambonko, 5 runs, 4 hits, pair of RBIs. Batting .121 average for the year. big cut upstairs. Simonka got her with some high heat. Simonka ready with the 1-2, the windup. Tries to get her again to chase upstairs. Jambanco lays off 2-2.
Yeah, good patience not to bite on that one.
And got her swinging.
It's in his zone now.
Simonka has retired the last 4 batters for the Bulldogs via the strikeout, and her 5th overall today. As we flip the lineup back to the top of the lineup, and Meg Curran will be the batter. As she grounded out to Mia Pope, her first plate appearance in the top of the first. Pitch low from Simonka. Is in there for a called strike, a little delayed. And that'll even things up at 1-1. As Curran's patient there. Gets it to 2-1. Curran, a big part of the last time the Bulldogs won was against Trenton Central. They won 15-4. Curran had 2 RBIs and 2 for 2 at the plate.
Doing a good job being patient here.
3-1 pitch to Curran. Is in there to get things back to a full count at 3-2. Seeing some patience here from the Bulldogs, but right now Katie Simonka is in the zone as she just gets a piece of it, staying alive at 3-2. And got her looking on strike. It's a backwards strikeout for Katie Simonka. Her 5th strikeout in a row. And 6 of the afternoon.
Yeah, we're on the way to seeing a special performance so far.
I mentioned as we came on the air, as Jasmine Johan will step in, she walked one of the few base runners today. It's only been 3 that have reached base today. Simonka with 47 strikeouts coming into today's game in her last 4 games. And you could tell that game against St. John Vienna probably ticked her off. The loss to Heightstown ticked her off. She had 13 strikeouts in that semifinal loss to Heightstown, 4 strikeouts in the loss to St. John Vienna, but she gave up 5 walks. And she's really refocused herself recently. The 2-1 as Johan will chop it to second. A short underhand to retire the side as Walsh tosses it down to Castellano to retire the side. That ends the strikeout streak for Katie Simonka, but that retires the side to the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Spartans lead this over the Bulldogs 2-0. The Italian People's Bakery, proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again, 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery, since 1936. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community. Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet and service and state-of-the-art collision center. And coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center, Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and community healthy. It is important for everyone to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one need an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Township Division is ready to help. Are you or a loved one homebound? The division's caring nurses will bring your vaccine to you. For families that may be underinsured or uninsured, the division offers free routine vaccinations for children. Most residents in Mercer County are able to take advantage of the free and confidential STI and HIV testing clinic. The staff at the Hamilton Township Division of Health are experienced and proud to serve the Hamilton community. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, upcoming clinics, and eligibility. hamiltonnj.com/health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. As Bianca Walsh fouls the first pitch here in the bottom of the third from Louisa St. Doan, fouled down the line. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. We'd like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. So Bianca Walsh will lead off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the third. They lead this one 2-0 over the Bulldogs. As Walsh takes for a ball, it's 2-1.
Second time through the lineup for these ladies. Think they kind of got a feel for the pitcher now. We saw that at the end. She got the first 2 outs early in the inning. And then all hell broke loose pretty much.
As Walsh puts a charge into left field. Over her head, goes all the way down to the wall as Maya Brown out there in left couldn't come up with it. And it is a leadoff double for Bianca Walsh. And it's Walsh's 8th double of the year as she puts the run in scoring position here for the Spartans here in the bottom of the third.
It's only a matter of time before she popped off for something.
Got to bring up Addison Hassan now. Hassan flied out to left her first time up. Hassan looking to add to her RBI total, 16 on the year for her. Again, a pair of home runs for the Spartans. Her and Francesca Castellano, the only Spartans with home runs here in 2025, as Walsh will often run a close play, goes into left field. She will stay put at third base. Probably a good decision by head coach Jen Melker down there at third as she slid face first. So it makes it that much easier for Addison Hassan now. It's 2-1. Hassan an RBI single in the loss to Heightstown in the CVC tournament. As she fouls another one back, 2-2. Two and two to Addison Hassan. Bianca Walsh down at third. The 2-2 delivery is again fouled back. Spartans fouling a lot of pitches off today in these first 3 innings.
Yeah, they've been in a lot of battles.
St. Doan's pitch. Again, Hassan will pop it straight up into the infield, third base, playable. And right there at third is Grace Senior. Shu will put that one away for a first out here in the third. Got to bring up Aaliyah O'Neill. O'Neill flied out her first plate appearance in the first.
Just needed some contact there, but that's the worst kind of contact you can get with a runner on third.
O'Neill looking for an RBI. Again, Bianca Walsh down at third base, one away here. The 1-0 pitch is chopped down to third to Senior. She'll decide to go across the diamond to first for the out. And a Fielder's choice there as Walsh will come around the score. 3-0 Spartans as they've put a run up in each of the first 3 innings now. As O'Neill is retired with 2 outs here. That'll bring up Francesca Castellano.
They've done a great job manufacturing runs so far in this game. Not a ton of offensive pop, but like you said, just getting one here, one there, and got a 3-0 lead.
They're keeping the train moving throughout this lineup. As what the Spartans have done best this year, and what they've done throughout this 4 and 8 state titles in this dynasty window of theirs. Castellano, a sharp ball down the left field line, will go all the way to the wall. She's on her way to second, and she's going to be held there at second. And it is a 2-out double for Francesca Castellano, her 10th double in 2025.
That was a great hit down the left field line.
To bring up Danica Spack now. Spack, a soft contact liner to second, her first plate appearance. Spack 6 RBIs on the year, 13 hits, 289 average. Looking to increase that here. It's 1-0, and she fouls that one back.
They've been able to do a lot of damage with 2 outs.
If you're a team that can do that, putting that pressure on the opposing team with 2 outs, you're going to win most of your games. And a big swing and a miss there from Spack. Spartans scoring 154 runs here this season, averaging about 7.5 runs per game, and only allowing 37 runs, which is a best in the CVC. Castellano to the Hope. Take
New Jersey. Like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
Don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. As Grace Senior, the batter here in the top of the 4th. Spartans lead this one 3-0. As the winner of this game will meet the winner of the 9-8 matchup between Matawan and Middletown North. That game also in progress today. Steinert has history with both of those teams if they go on to win today. They beat Matawan 5-0 in the quarterfinal in 2024, beat Middletown North 4-3 in the semifinal last year of this tournament. The overall 2 seed is Middletown South down on the bottom half of the bracket. They take on Brick Township. Middletown South 16-5 on the year. Senior is retired on strikes. The 7th strikeout of the afternoon for Katie Simonka. As she continues to get most of her outs via the punch-out this afternoon over this Hopewell Valley Bulldogs lineup. As Elizabeth Zeline, the batter now, she struck out, one of the strikeout victims for Simonka today.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Hopewell, you just want to make some contact, but you don't want to recklessly swing. But it's been hard to make contact with her pitches today.
Yeah, Simonka has been dialed in, and we talked about how this Bulldogs lineup is going to have to be a little bit more patient if they want to get runners on and try to manufacture runs that way. And a low pitch, but gets Z-Line to swing through that. One and two to Elizabeth Z-Line.
It's those kind of swings you got to try to be more disciplined in.
And Z-Line is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th for Katie Simonka, her 8th of the afternoon.
Yeah, so those pitches, those are the ones that they've been really tough to hit, and she's been sharp with those.
She's mixed up her speeds very well. She's gone up and down the zone using all quadrants. As Louisa Saindone is the batter now. She walked one of the few base runners for the Bulldogs here of the afternoon back in the 2nd. Big fastball right down the middle. Got Saindone swinging through. Simonka strikes out Saindone. Makes quick work of the Bulldogs. Go 1-2-3 here in the 4th. And Spartans in control. Katie Simonka in control and on cruise control for the Spartans as they lead this one 3-0 here on the WBCB Sports Network. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Catch all the fun and excitement of a Thunder game throughout the summer. For ticket information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, Tuesdays kids eat free. Wednesdays, Dollar Dog Nights, Thirsty Thursdays, Pork Roll Fridays throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell it, homemade bread made daily, or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, 63 Butler Street, the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon. And the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Gia DeMeglio will lead things off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 4th. Nick Gallagher alongside Darnell Turner behind the camera. Ethan Maldonado, our engineer from Mercer County Community College. Thanks for everyone for joining us today. Central Jersey Group 3, first round action. I'm Nick Gallagher. As CVC opponents do battle here today, as both look to move on to Friday's quarterfinal. I'm not sure if that actually, with the weather and today's game already getting moved, if the quarterfinal will be impacted and moved to the weekend. But stay tuned, and we will potentially have that game. We'll see how Steinert's Field is holding up by tomorrow and this weekend, see if they're able to play, or we'll be back here. As DeMeglio walked in her first plate appearance in the 2nd. As will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Spartans here in the 4th. Megalio fouls it back right in front of Darnell there. Doesn't even move.
I know the cage got me. As they're doing ready with the 2-2. DeMeglio shows bunt. She'll pull it back, and a quick
swing and foul tips it. As Sedone gets DeMeglio swinging, her first strikeout of the afternoon. And Lindsay Zeiswak, the batter now, she walked in her first plate appearance in the second. Sedone ready, the 0-1. Zeiswak grounder down to second and misplayed there at second by Jambanco. And that'll be an error on her as Zeiswak is aboard at first.
Those are the plays that you got to make in games like this. Can't keep letting Steiner get, these base runners that should be outs. And usually when they get one of these errors on, these walks, they usually turn into runs.
As Mia Pope, the batter, she'll chop it into right field. As Zeiswak is on her way to third, she will get in there safely. Throw goes to third. Pope takes advantage of that. She goes to second. And Steinert safe all around at second and third with one out.
Yeah, heads up play by both ladies there. Taking that all the way to third, then Pope taking it to second.
And you just mentioned it, Darnell. Pretty much Steinert Spartans getting on just like that, giving them those passes. And they take advantage and they make you pay.
Yeah, but now you got a 2 in scoring position with just one out.
Ellie Miller now the batter. Big swing and a miss. Pitch upstairs from Sedone gets her missing. Louisa Sedone ready. The 0-1 is in the dirt. A lot of room back behind the plate. Any pass balls, wild pitches will easily score a run.
We've already seen one today.
Sedone ready. The off-speed pitch upstairs.
There we go.
And DeMeglio's offered home, and she is in there safely. And the Spartans add another one. It's 4-0 Steinert. Or excuse me, Lindsay Zeiswak comes around the score.
On cue right after
Yeah, I
you
was about to
mentioned
say,
it.
right on cue that happens.
The announcer's jinx, they say.
It always happens to me. As Miller, chopper up the middle, that'll score another one. As Pope comes around the score, it's an RBI single for Ellie Miller. Steiner continuing scoring at least one run in every inning now as they go up 5-0. Mentioned Spartans averaging over 7.5 runs per game, 154 total runs scored this year. And they're close to that average right now with 5 across. Bianca Walsh 2 for 2 on the afternoon, an RBI single in the first and a double in the third. As she puts a charge in that one, that'll get into the gap all the way down to the wall. That will be trouble for the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Miller comes around the score. Walsh is into third safely. It's an RBI triple for Bianca Walsh. And she is a home run away from the cycle.
Walsh has completely busted this game open with that play. Man.
And Walsh is in the zone today for the Spartans, 3 for 3 on the afternoon, as Addison Hassan will be the batter as the Bulldogs come around through the entire infield. As Spartans have put up 3 runs here in the fourth. So an RBI chance for Addison Hassan to extend the Spartans lead here in the fourth. Luisa Saydon has done well through the first 3 innings, only allowing a run per inning, but she struggled here in the 4th, second time through the lineup. As you could see, the Spartans making adjustments at the plate.
Yeah, and they started making solid contact and getting some big extra base hits.
Saydon gets Hassan to foul that one back.
Yeah, let me take my fingers off.
Be careful there, buddy.
Got a little bit too comfortable.
That's
Forgot
what happens.
where I was at.
Hassan chopper down the shortstop, throw over, but a run will score as Hassan gets the RBI. That's the 4th run here in the 4th inning for the Spartans. As a second out for the Bulldogs here, it'll bring up Aaliyah O'Neal.
Yeah, you saw it slowly coming each inning. It was only a matter of time before they had one of these breakout innings. They've been such an elite offense this season. And that's what makes them so good. They can have innings like this where they break out and have big scoring runs. But consistently, they're still slowly manufacturing runs and keeping you on your toes.
As O'Neal runs out a pop-up that went to second base, but unable to make it off the glove down there by Jambanco. And that'll be an error on her. So O'Neal will be safe at first on the error. The second error of the inning, second by Jambanco as well. As she puts a drive into that one, and that will get down in left field. As the hit parade continues for the Spartans.
Another 2-out hit. Spartans have been very good at keeping the inning going once they get down to 2 outs.
Danica's back, the 9th batter for the Spartans here in the 4th. (7-0) Spartan lead, 2 runners on, 2 outs. As Luisa Saydon tries to work out of this one for the Bulldogs. Spack chops it to second. Jambanco will toss it over to second, and that will retire the side. But the Spartans send 9 batters to the plate. They send 4 runs across, and they lead this one 7-0. We've played 4 here at Mercer County Community College. Bulldogs got some work to do here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Katie Simonka back to work in the circle for the Spartans. She had a quick 1-2-3 inning, striking out all 3 Bulldogs batters in the top of the 4th. Spartans add 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th to go up 7-0. As it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th. Anaya Morola will lead it off, followed by Morgan Hale and Eva Jambanco. Big swing from Morola. Here in the top of the fifth, the starters going. Samanka, 13 strikeouts in the Spartans' win against Hutterton Central just the other day on the 27th. Went the distance, gave up 5 hits, 1 earned run, and a 4-1 Spartan victory as they had a 3-run fourth inning, doing similar damage today in the fourth inning.
Is that her high of the season?
No, she had 15 as well recently. She had 15 in the CVC quarterfinal against Lawrence, but I would have to fact check that. I think that is her season high. As Morola is retired on strikeouts, the 10th strikeout as Samanka enters the double-digit territory, her 4th in a row. Second time today she's gone 4 in a row. She did it in the second into the third. And she, from the start, has been locked in and loaded.
Yeah, that high might be in jeopardy today. She has certainly been in a zone.
They bring up Morgan Hale, the designated player today. Hale, one of the strikeout victims, back in the second. Samanka tries to make quick work with Morgan Hale here. The 1-2 pitch got her swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts this inning, her 5th in a row, 11 on the afternoon. And what more can you say? It's been, Katie Samanka has just been as impressive as this Steinert offense today, and it's been the story all season for the Spartans. When she's on, this whole team can run. That engine is moving.
Yeah, having an absolute shutdown pitcher like Samanka, I mean, it does all the wonders for, you know, trying to win a championship. You can really shut down a lot of offenses, and we're seeing it here on full display.
As Eva Jambanco, the batter here, as she gets behind 1-2 now. Samanka looking to go back quick, 1, 2, 3 innings. And Scotter striking out. Samanka strikes out the side in back-to-back innings, making quick work of the Bulldogs as the Spartans are in control and only 6 outs away from the quarterfinals. We go to the 6th. We played 5 here at Mercer County Community College here on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford services all makes and models and is known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center, and coming soon, the area's largest new commercial vehicle center. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Gia DeMeglio leads things off for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 5th. Spartans well in control of this one here, scoring a run through the first 3 innings, 4 in the 4th. Bianca Walsh has been a big contributor today. 3 for 3 for her, 2 RBIs, and is only a home run shy of the cycle. As Meglio fouls that one back. Meglio, a strikeout victim, back in the 4th as the Spartans almost batted around, but she got the inning going. Then it was an error, and the Steinert offense came alive, the top of the order. The 1 through 4 hitters, all with RBIs. They say Don gets it to 2-2 to Gia DeMeglio.
That was a heater there.
Say Don ready. Off speed, just misses on the part of the far part of the plate. And DeMeglio gets on with a walk.
One thing about these Spartans, they're going to fight at the plate.
Even with a 7-run lead, they're still approaching this like the game's on the line.
That's the kind of mentality that you love your players to have. Respect your opponent, respect the game, give a full effort for the full game.
As DeMeglio is off and it steals second easily. Her second stolen base of the afternoon. As Lindsay Zeiswick down 0-2. As she puts a hit down the right field line all the way into the corner. As DeMeglio will score easily. And she's in safely standing. It's an RBI single for Lindsay Zeiswick. The freshman gets herself an RBI. Her 11th hit of the year. As Spartans go up 8-0.
Yeah, just consistent hitting throughout the entire lineup, getting on base, stealing bases. And they've been able to take advantage of every mistake.
As we go back to the top of the lineup and Mia Pope now. Pope a bunt single in the bottom of the first, a walk. And a single, she puts it into right center field, will go all the way down to the wall, and it's lost out there by the Bulldogs. As Zeiswick comes around the score, she's in safely. And Pope coming around for home, looking, sliding in safely. It's an inside park home run for Mia Pope. And the Spartans go up 10-0, and that will complete the game. They 10-run rule the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs, and they are moving on to the quarterfinal.
Man, what an ending.
I don't know if that's going to be marked as an inside the park home run or a triple, and then she went on the error. But that will do it. The Spartans 10-run rule the 16-seed Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. And they move on to face the winner of the 8-9 matchup between Matawan and Middletown North. Middletown Mound North. And we will have our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. We'll probably get Bianca Walsh 3 for 3 on the afternoon. And that will wrap things up here from Mercer County Community College. For our entire crew, Ethan Maldonado producing this live stream, Darnell Turner helping out with tonight's call of the game. I'm Nick Gallagher, and we want to thank the sponsors also for making today's live stream possible. Team Toyota, Revere Restaurant, Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, New Jersey Education Association, Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, Trenton Thunder, The Trentonian, Italian People's Bakery, Holdeman Ford, Bob's Hopes Auto Repair, and Mako of Ewing. Thanks for everyone for watching high school softball here on the WBCB Sports Network as the Steinert Spartans look to continue their journey of their state title and sectional title as they move on to the quarterfinals either Friday or Saturday. Stay tuned for that, and we'll have all the action throughout their journey here on the WBCB Sports Network. For all of us here from Mercer County Community College, I'm Nick Gallagher. Thanks for watching high school softball on the WBCB Sports Network, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.